So I actually had the funniest intro to this video because I failed to remove one of the sound clips and it was really loud in my headset because I had it turned all the way up because I was listening to music. And oh my god, work please. Stop being awkward. Yeah, it was absolutely hysterical, but my mic was muted, so it like double failed 8 times over, which is kind of shitty. Uh, anyway, couple things I want to say is this Resto Druid and Rep Pally are quite literally sucking each other's dick in this game. And normally I wouldn't say that when I'm actually commentating over a video. If I say it in the middle of a game, it doesn't really matter because I'm just sort of casually throwing it out. But like, I recorded this like 2 days ago, and I can still remember how much they're literally just sucking each other's dick. Like, who bops an Aura Masteries for the Resto Druid in a BG, man? And it's not like it happened once because he was scared. It happens like several times. Ugh. It's okay, we get revenge. The other reason I'm actually using this clip, and I was going to just cut it down and do part of it, but I then actually looked at it, realized the entire clip is only 6 minutes because we rape everyone. As you can see, it's like the fucking... Dominoz is like back, even though he kind of sucks now. He's been playing like 85 TR or 80 TR, so... 80 ATR, not TR, sorry. If there's a tournament realm for fucking 80 that Blizzard hosted, oh my god. I would go back to probably not playing. Because as much fun as Wrath seems, Wrath sucked, man. Just the way the spells worked. Like, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could go back to Wrath. I could go back to Kata for sure. But I definitely couldn't go back to Wrath. That'd just be hard. But yeah, I think he's been playing one of the ATRs. Just the Dispels. The Dispels would make it the hardest. Having a Shaman who can't get you out of poly would just be irritating. Anyway, where is it in this game? There's the one clip. Okay, what should I actually talk about? I hear rumor that the new Tiger Eye Brew is going to be 60%, which is still really high. But one thing I want to mention, which aside from whatever they actually decide to do with Tiger Eye Brew, because I'm pretty sure when the class itself is complaining about buffs, you really need to do something. But the thing I wanted to point out was, for the most part, they can actually have free reign to change Monk PvP damage versus PvE damage almost. What they've done is they made Storm, Earth, and Fire a 75% damage increase, which turns it into a 50% increase buff if you do 75% and the clone is 75%. Not sure actually how it's changing. For all I know, it could be a 75% from the clone and 50% from you. Or it could also be going down like 100% for you or something. So it could be interesting, but that aside, Storm, Earth, and Fire will never ever work in PvP to any extent that the PvE it does. Maybe against a Death Knight a little bit, just because they have no mobility to get it away from them. They have a lot of slows. They don't have any real AoE shit, like an AoE Fear. Otherwise, it would be okay against Priests. Or like a Ghost Wolf or something. Or a Pally Sprint. Or Travel Form. So it doesn't, like, get off of a DK. So I guess if you're PvEing a Blood DK, which, to be fair, if my class hard counters Blood DKs even more than it already does, that's entirely acceptable with me. No one enjoys fighting them, for the most part. And if I just kill them, it works for me. So, if that's what my class comes down to, that's fine. But, Storm, Earth, and Fire, they can buff to 200%. It still will not do all that well in PvP. You could summon it before you Rising Sun Kick and get a damage increase out of it, sure. But, it will never be as effective. I mean, it has to be better than an entire GCD of damage. Which, you know, I look at it and say, the clone over the course of its duration needs to do probably 40 or 50k damage to be worth summoning for the Blackout Kick. Because that would be what its filler is most of the time. So it's sort of, you know, in the air on whether or not the GCD is worth it. Because you still have to use the jab GCD, so it doesn't really count for that. Otherwise, it's fine. The energy cost is kind of negligible, considering it is a GCD and you'll get more out of resummoning it. Like, it costs 10 to summon it. You get 12 energy a second. Doesn't matter. But they have a lot of room to nerf and buff PvE monks without actually affecting PvP. And that's the stuff they don't have for a lot of classes. So they actually have room to change my class. I think it's coming up now where it's actually just the best. Yeah, it is. This right here is just, it makes me so happy. Here I am minding my own business, fighting a Rat Paladin, find out there's a Druid following him in stealth, It's the Resto Druid. And my Lord and Savior comes in, so I instantly break his Powerless because I'm cool like that. Anyway, the Druid bark skinned. But the Repali wings, so I'm scared, so I'm going to go run over to the Druid and not die, and actually almost die. Because scary things are happening with wings. And I didn't know Treants from Resto Druid cast Healing Touch, so I stunned them all. Because Healing Touch heals for a lot if it's from a Druid. I don't know if Treants heal for as much as Druids. If those things are popping off 100k Healing Touches, that needs to be nerfed really fast. This beach is like almost over too, isn't it? Yeah, it's like where we 3-cap and it instantly ends. Anyway, they have room to buff and nerf PvE on monks and then change PvP to how they want. So they could put us kind of back to what we were in, like, dare I actually say it, 5.1. You know, when we were getting annihilated by KFC and everything was all terrible for monks, no one actually knew what they did and the class sucked in general. Yeah, that patch. The patch where I could 100k Rising Sun kick out of the gates. Tiger's Eye Brew was not that scary of a cooldown, it was like 20%, but I had like stupid consistent damage which made me happy. Ugh. They have room to change it, which is good news and bad news because apparently they don't want to take monks in that direction. They've decided that everyone just gets a one-shot macro, only monks can't use it at the start, so we're kind of fucked that way. They're doing the same thing to mages, though. They're making Icicle, like, charge up, which is good, even though I think it's at less of a rate. Holy shit, this BG is already over. Anyway, thanks for watching. Dominoz Pawns.